Hello there and welcome back to Build with the Boys. Something stepping away from Partworks for this one because it's my birthday. And I know what you're thinking. What's got 23, 24, 25? No, today is actually my 43rd birthday. I'm 43 years old. Now, a bizarre tradition began, not intentionally, it just did. Where if I can shift you just a little bit this way, you'll see my shelves over here. Particularly this one here, and here. Whenever there was kind of a key event or moment in my life, I build one of these. I build a little model, and it's just a way of remembering it. So I can look at these and I can go, I remember what that was. I remember why I built this one. I remember why I built that one. With the exception of Seymour the robot dog, every single one of these I've built represents something. Now, it can be something as simple as it was a Christmas gift, but I remember the Christmas that it's from. I've got ones up there from when I started a new job. So the control tower was a new job I started. It was terrible. I stayed there for 8 weeks and immediately left. But I know that that's what that was. The camera over here was when I finally put to bed a project with DC Comics I was working on that nearly reduced me to tears. Orpheus, who's up here, we bought to celebrate a new job after I'd been laid off during lockdown. So lockdown was a very dark period for us. We thought we were going to have problems, but we didn't. So to celebrate, I bought Orpheus. I know what the Big Ben represents. That represents the kids' last day of junior school. I know. So this is what they all represent. So this one that I'm building today represents my birthday, and that's how I do it. So this is how I mark occasionals. It's sentimental and soppy, but as I said, I'm 43 years old. I'll forgive my hair. I'm sweating in here. It's that hot, so my hair's wet at the moment. But yeah, I'm getting old and I'm getting soppy and sentimental. And as I've said in the weekly catch-up, I've booked like 4 days where I don't have to do anything at all. I can just build models, and that's kind of how I'm spending my birthday. I'm just building different models. Starting with this one. I'm not going to show you pictures of it. I'll tell you what it's called. And if you want to cheat and go and have a look, well, you can do that, or you can just watch the video and see what turns out at the end of this. I am building the robot time travel book nook. So I've never built book nook. Book nooks became incredibly popular. There's like 1 billion book nook videos on YouTube, and there's some fascinating ones, some fantastic ones. And it is something I'd like to get into. I've got an idea of some book nooks I'd like to do. And it's something I think I'm gonna move on. But before I got to that, what I wanted to do was just get a book nook kit, and see how I feel about it. See if I like having it all contained in a little box, or if I feel that's restrictive. So I just thought I'd get one just to see what it's like. And this wasn't a gift. Well, it was. This was a gift from me to me for my birthday, but this wasn't a gift. Now, I don't know if I'm getting, I've not opened any presents, so I don't know if I'm getting gifts for my birthday. If I am, and then those model kits, I'll be building those this weekend as well. Fingers crossed. They know me, they know what I like. Let's hope that happens. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get on with it. I'm not going to show you pictures of what it looks like until we finished it. We'll take a look at it. But this is what I do, and this is to de-stress, because even though a lot of the comments I get, you're so calm, you're so... Nope, that's not me at all. So when you see me on the video, because I'm doing something I love, I'm doing a hobby and something I enjoy, 100% I'm calm. I'm zen. I have a very sunny outlook. Outside of these videos, I am stressed all the time. I work a very high pressure job. It's kind of my job to shout and scream at people, and that's me outside of this. This is why I do this, to calm. So this is incredibly soothing. So when I'm doing this, I'm completely zen. But this is why I do it. So if you're ever looking for a hobby, if you're all stressing and think, I don't think I'd have time for that, you'd be amazed. Because when I do these, I just switch off. And it's blissful. Because honestly, outside of here, my life is incredibly stressful. But no, in here, in my quiet little room, I get to sit down and focus on this. And it's me time. And it's kind of why I like doing the Disney Doll's House and a few of the others as well. I get that same kind of effect. But that's enough of my babbling. This is my birthday party. So I'm going to crack on with it. I'm not going to film the entire thing because this is going to take hours. But once we've got a few pages of instructions done, we'll take a look at what I've done. I'll show you the very first steps as well, and you can see if you think you know where this is going. And we'll catch up halfway through, I think. So I'll talk to you in a bit. Let's crack on. And I'll show you how this goes together. Okay, now if you've not built one of these before, a lot of these parts are just pushed to fit. You don't have to worry about glue. I mean, there are going to be elements of this that you glue together, but not this one, not these parts immediately. So they just push to fit, and it's snug. It's not going anywhere. So we're going to attach that part to there. And then we'll attach this part to here. Now all of these parts are individually numbered on the sheets of board that they're on. So that's that one done. Now what happens is these go from being, so this is A24, this is H16, this is H14. Once they're assembled, that part then just becomes A. So this is now part A before we assemble later. Next thing we're going to do, you can look at this thing. I know what it is. Maybe not. We're going to take these three parts here, and we're just going to slot these in. So this is the same either way around. Doesn't matter which way around these go. But we're going to get these nice and flush. Right in like that. Okay? Now, I'm incredibly ham-fisted. You can see the size of my hands. They're like frying pans. But I don't break these parts. I mean, I've said that I'll probably break one now. But if you do, they're very forgiving. If you've got some wood glue or super glue, these will go back together. But you don't over-force anything. You just give these things a little wiggle and let the natural kind of pressure move them in. So that's that one done. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to take over the opposing part. And again, we're going to take what is now part A. And we're going to slot in. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you what this looks like, and you'll get an idea of what it is that we're building. That's what we have so far. The next thing we're going to do, can you tell what it is yet? If you can't, you're probably about to. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our part H18 and we're going to fold it over the top of this. Now, you get a lot of these where people break them. You just take your time with them. Don't go mad with this. You know, it's, again, this is about taking your time. So just, you know, chill. He says, now I've said that, I've got to be careful running my mouth and then, you know, breaking it myself. So it's a funny one. So those are going to hold in there. Let's line this up. Okay. It's got much further over. There we go. There we go. So line this up with these pins. Sorry, I'm not paying attention while I'm filming here. You're not just seeing my hands. You're actually seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so that is going to fold over there like that. I've got to tidy this up because I need to go into these two holes here. So that's that one in. So we can get that one in as well. There we go. So now we're going to fold round. Allow that one to go in. So that's that one in. That one as well. And now we need them to fold into there. That's going to need a little persuasion. And then we have it. Can you tell what it is yet? Now you can tell what it is, right? So we have skipped forwards in time, as is the name of Time Traveller. It's about 4 hours later. Now, this didn't take me 4 hours. This has taken me, I'd say, about an hour and a half. I've been doing other stuff with the kids, but... So this is where we are up to at the moment, and really rather gorgeous this thing is too. Now, I'd like you to take note of the name of this train. It is the Time Travel. Now, the reason why I want to take note of that is because it's not... It is not. That very popular bespectacled wizard's mode of transport to his place of education. It is a red locomotive, red steam train, but it's not the one you're thinking of. They don't own the monopoly on red steam trains. It just happens to be red. So this is the time travel. So that's why this book note's called the time travel. Now, this is part of it, but it's certainly not the main part of the book nook. This is just, it's a very, very nice focal point. And you can see this thing's gorgeous. Now, very little glue is holding this together. The whole thing, if I can show you from the bottom, the whole thing is kind of held together with pressure. But it's really rather lovely. I mean, you can kind of see what we've got going on there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a gorgeous train. It really is. And the book nook's going to make it do some wonderful things. It's going to, there's an optical illusion involved in it, and lighting and whatnot. But that is this section of the book nook complete. We're going to put this away, and we're going to move on to the next parts of it. So I'm going to see what we're going to be doing now. I know I'm doing wiring and lighting in the next stages. So if I see anything of particular mention, I'll definitely film it, and you can see it in case anybody else is building this. Okay, so we've been getting into it. This is where all the lights, well, the bulk of the lights are going to sit. Now, I was going to film me making the lights, but you know what? They're just not that difficult. They're really not. You just thread the bulb straight through the little piece there, and that's all you got to do. This part might look weird because it's all multi-layered, but you're only going to get a single view of this, and it's going to be from like straighten that lamp out, so you can see all the different elements. That'll make sense later, but you can kind of see what we're going with here. Again, annoyingly, this piece is going to be an annoyance now because it attaches fairly soon, and then we've got to keep moving it around as we're building the rest. But making good progress, so happy with it so far. Okay, so we've moved on to the next phase of this, and we start building the base. So we put these tracks together, and they're looking really rather lovely. I don't know, it's funny with this one. I'm tempted to, I've got silver acrylics, I'm tempted to paint this rail. Don't know. I'll take a look. Okay, so we've wired all this up now. I've not painted the rails. I'm concerned what the light's going to do to it. I don't know if the acrylic paint's going to make it too shiny. So we've wired this up. We put the battery box in as well. Now, when I say wired it, I mean we've literally wired it. You have to put the wires together yourself. This isn't plug and play. You've got to thread the wires yourself and make the connections yourself. So be aware of that if you're thinking of getting one. Now, we just got to test it. Now, this is a touch panel. So hopefully, there we go. So we've got the bulb that we've just put in on this side's working, and our two lamps are working, and it is literally a touch panel. So we touch on, touch off. Happy with that. Let's move on. Okay, so we've attached a platform to this, but what I wanted to show you is that it's all still wood, and even though that looks like something that's not, it's wood, but because this thing's so sensitive, it still works through the wood. So the touch sensor, we're touching wood, and it comes on. Really like that. So we're going to move on to some of the detail in the platform now. Okay, so we start adding some details. We built this lovely little bench that goes on there, and we've got this baggage carousel there. As you can see, it's not disappearing into a wall. As I said, it is not the bespectacled wizard's form of transport. We're going to start covering this up, the electrics and things like that, so you can't see any of it, and we start making the box this all goes in. We're building one of the wall structures. We've added some embellishments to the walls. This Victorian lantern there. We've added some like fly posters to the wall, and this is quite cute because what they've actually done is this one here is Sunshine Town, and this one over here is Magic House, and we've got time travel there. What these actually are is those are flyers for the other book nooks that are available, so it's quite a cute little Easter egg nod to the other ones. Okay, so we've put both sides on now. You can kind of see what we're working with. The glue's still drying on this one, so forgive that will dry clear. You won't see all this white up here. But yeah, we're getting there. So we've got to put the back on, we've got to put the roof on, a few other bits and pieces, then we'll take a look. So both front and back are on. We've added this very lovely blue plexiglass ceiling. We've added the mirror to the back that's giving the illusion that the track keeps going, goes even further than some other bits and pieces. Now all that's left to do is add the train, tidy it up a little bit, and then we'll take a look. Before we add the train to it, I'm just going to show you. If we light this up now, That's the effect the mirror is given, so you can see it. Look, it's giving the impression that the track keeps going, that there's more benches and entrances and whatnot down there. I'll have the train take a final look. So here we have it. Turn this off. That's without our lighting. You can see our train. The back of the train's been cleverly crafted so the reflection looks like it's pulling a coach. If you can see that. So it now looks like it goes all the way back and it's pulling coaches when it isn't. That's just its reflection. But this is a gorgeous thing. See the posters on the wall there. See our clock underneath here. You can see our alcove lighting. It's a gorgeous thing. It really is. This is lovely. And this will it's a book nook, so it will just sit on a bookshelf. You can see, and we have the back of it. So this will slot in amongst your books, and it'll give your shelf the illusion of depth with the mirror. They fit in rather lovely. It's a gorgeous thing. I really enjoy building this one. There's the logo there. It's a lovely thing. It really is, and I really enjoy building that one. And I think I need more. And so it completes my birthday build. I love this. I think this is a gorgeous thing. Just so you can get some scale now. I mean, it doesn't really help because I'm a humongous person, but this is let's see what this looks like. So there we go, and there's our lights on. Beautiful thing, right? Beautiful thing. It's clever. I really like this. I love this, and I want more. that's just fact. So the time machine is just going to be the first of. I'm going to get the rest. So there's 4 in the set. I plan on getting the other 3. There is Sakura Blossoms one, which is quite nice. It's a tram travelling through a kind of a Japanese Sakura Blossom, Blossom Grove. That's a nice one. There's one called Summertime, which again is lovely. It's just kind of like a cafe in a kind of like a back alley. It's nice. It's nice. And then the final one, which I'm not delirious about, but I will complete the set, is the Magic House. Now the Magic House is pretty much Diagon Alley. Now, I like Harry Potter, I do, don't get me wrong, but the Diagon Alley book nook is just everywhere. I mean, there are hundreds of versions of the Diagon Alley book nook. Doesn't mean they're bad. I just think they're a little played out, and this isn't like an official Diagon Alley book nook, but for all intents and purposes, it's the Diagon Alley book nook, the Magic House one. So I'm like, so I will get it, but it will be last on my list. The other ones are a lot more appealing to me. And there is another company that make these. There's a company called Cute Bee. You can get them on Amazon, and also if you watch World of Wayne channel, Wayne's wife made one recently. She made a Pirate Cute Bee book nook. And the Cute Bee ones are quite nice. They really are. They go from very simple to incredibly detailed. Another one, if you're looking for something more scratch build, it says Cool Cats. I want to say they're called Cool Cats on Etsy. So you go to Etsy and look for book nooks, you can find their sets. And what theirs is raw. So it's a raw set, so you can paint or use dollhouse wallpaper or whatever it is you need to do to kind of personalize this and make your own. There's some nice ones on there. I say nice, I've seen a crime scene one, which I think is quite clever. So it's like an alleyway where there's fire escapes and things like that, and it's been roped off, and you can make it look like a little crime scene. So if you're kind of an avid reader of crime and true crime novels, things like that, it would look great on your shelf. It'd look really good. And I think that's the disconnect with book nooks. Book nooks tend to be themed around films. I've seen a lot of them, and it's like, okay, you don't see many that are themed to books. There are some out there. I've seen a Narnia book nook that was lovely. I saw an Alice in Wonderland book nook that was great. But I think if you're a horror reader and you've got a shelf full of horror books, you kind of want a horror book nook, right? If you're a travel enthusiast, you want a travel one. If you're a history buff, get a historical one, rather than just random things. I think it's nice to have some theme to your kind of book collection. If it's eclectic, well then yeah, go random. But I think this is lovely. I really do. I think this is a beautiful thing. I look forward to building more of these. So concludes my birthday build. Thank you for swinging by and taking a look. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these, because I will have more of these. I have now at this point as well opened gifts, and I can tell you very shortly after this I'm going to be building the Flying Dutchman. So I've got a nice kit of the Flying Dutchman. It all lights up. It's kind of haunted. It's the one from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's a beautiful thing. My wife and kids bought it me. But it's not a very, very heavy build model, so it's something that I can probably do in an afternoon, but I think it'll look gorgeous when it's done. And I'm looking forward to building it. I really am. So swing by and check us out. And again, thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice, and I will catch you on the next one.